Hey everyone, my name is Mayra. You are about to listen to a My Ray of Sunshine podcast episode. Stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, and welcome to the My Ray of Sunshine podcast. My name is Mayra, and I'm hoping to help you receive the advice you deserve. Now, if you all are here, it's probably because you want to know how you can manage your stress. Let's be real here. Sometimes we can't help but feel overwhelmed when we just have so much workload that is waiting for us to tackle on. Like whether that means workload with schoolwork, work, it can really seem like it's never ending when we do have those tasks pending. We can't really help but to feel overwhelmed because we just don't know where to start. That's why I'm here to tell you exactly how to do that. My biggest recommendation for you is to take those baby steps. If you focus on the bigger picture and focus on everything that you need to do, who wouldn't get stressed? Who wouldn't get a little bit overwhelmed? Who wouldn't feel like chaos is happening? However, by taking baby steps, they really do go a long way. Before you know it, bam! You'll accomplish the biggest goal of all. Help yourself take a step back and really look to see what you can do to achieve your goal. Focusing on one task at a time really decreases the pressure. You feel less overwhelmed, you feel like you're slowly making progress, and making slower progress is better than no progress at all. Remind yourself that because sometimes I feel like people can see baby steps in a negative way and they can think these baby steps won't make a difference, but they do, because when you are able to pinpoint what are the little things you can do, in the end, they all add up. Breathing is also important because you want to make sure that you're collected. Take a deep breath in and out and release that stress. Meditation can help you keep calm and relax your thoughts in times of stress too. Be in the present moment, but in the most peaceful way. You can learn to relax. You can learn to just breathe. You can learn to take a break. It can help relieve your stress. Sometimes people don't know how exactly to meditate, but that's why there are guided meditations on YouTube. If you simply type in guided meditation for stress relief, some are longer than others. They can range from 5 minutes to a whole 30 minutes. It really depends. But in times where you feel overwhelmed, just give yourself that break. Don't be afraid to say, okay, let me step back and let me just relax for a little bit before I continue going. Because you don't want to burn yourself out in the process of achieving your goal. So it's important, so important, to just take a well-needed break. You also have to organize your thoughts rather than having everything all over the place in your mind. A way to sort out your thoughts is by simply visually seeing a clean space and actually dedicate yourself to be organized. Because believe it or not, our minds can be a little bit messy, but if our rooms are messier, that's not going to help our case. Cleaning out your desk, cleaning out your room will help get yourself together and understand what it is you need to tackle. In a way, you're more inspired to approach your goal. There's a reason why people say if you make the effort to make your bed every morning, you're already a step in the right direction because it's a way for you to mentally and physically get organized. A way that I love to get organized is by using an agenda, a calendar, or a notebook to visually see everything that I need to do. Sometimes when I want to remind myself to do something and I don't exactly know where to put it, I'll add a little post-it note on the back of my phone because, hey, I use my phone all the time. It's hard to miss. And then I know that when I remove my Post-it note, it's because I completed whatever task. If you're not a hands-on person, that's okay. There are many apps out there that can help you stay organized for free. It's just all a matter of preference, really. You will start seeing whatever works for you. Do whatever you need to do to get your thoughts on paper. That way, you're not missing any crucial baby steps that help achieve your goal. Prioritizing is also key. Prioritizing is so necessary in your everyday life because sometimes there are points where we just feel like everything is important. Everything seems urgent. And that's why we also get overwhelmed. Focus on deadlines. Focus on things that are due sooner rather than later. If you see that something is due immediately, focus all of your attention on that because you need to shift your focus to what needs your attention right here, right now. Once you've completed that specific task, you can shift your attention to the next task that is the second priority. When prioritizing, always prioritize from low priority to high priority. Low priority could be completing a task that isn't due until the following month. You want to still have it in your radar, but you don't have to focus on it yet because you still have your medium priority and high priority to think about. Medium priority could be completing a task by the end of the month. You know it's something that you need to do. However, looking at the date, you still have some time. Doesn't mean you should push it off and forget about it, because remember, it's still something that is happening way sooner than the task that you need to complete next month. Have it second on your list. Your high priority should be a task that is due by the end of the week, because unfortunately, the week goes by flying, and you want to make sure that you get it done. Shift your attention on all the tasks that are high priority first, then start working on medium, and then low. Once you start getting into the habit of realizing what is high priority, what is medium priority, what is low priority, then you'll start to realize that you're not stressing out about things that are not as important, and instead you are shifting your focus on what is. Another piece of advice I can give you is time management. Learning how to manage your time is a life changer. Waking up early and fully taking advantage of your day can really make things so much easier for you because you have more time to tackle on those tasks. It can help you be more productive throughout your day, and that way you feel like you're not wasting your time. It's actually been about a month that I started waking up early to tackle on any tasks. One of the disadvantages is that sometimes I stay up way too late, and then when I get up early, I feel like crap. I know I just woke up, but I need a nap. Making sure that your free time is devoted carefully. You're not spending too much time on social media getting distracted, but rather focusing on your tasks that need your attention and crossing things off from your to-do list. If by any chance you feel burnt out because you have been working on the same task all day or every day, switch off to a smaller task that could be either in the medium priority or in the lower priority as well, depending on which is the next easiest and quickest thing that you can do to get your mind off of that same tedious task. That way you have one less thing to worry about later down the line. Switch it up a bit. It doesn't have to be for a long period of time. It could just be like for an hour. Giving yourself that mental break is all you need to succeed. In order to help you feel accomplished, make sure you track how many tasks you have completed, what is still pending, and what needs your attention. This could be done with your agenda or your notebook or your phone. Having a running tab of your baby steps can really help you celebrate your progress. You want to make sure that you know every little thing that you did to help you accomplish your goal. You don't want to cross off one big task from your list. You want to cross off a bunch of mini tasks to help you feel like, wow, I really got this done. It helps you feel more accomplished when you break things up. That's why it's kind of funny when I reflect back on my chores to-do list. Something as little as getting dressed. I felt like I was already a step in the right direction when I crossed it off. It's something small, like who really wants to do chores anyway? It's all about celebrating your progress each and every step of the way. You just want to make sure that you know exactly how much work you're putting in to achieve your biggest goal. That's really it, because otherwise you won't appreciate every little thing that you did to get there. It won't give you that satisfaction that you deserve for accomplishing such a huge goal. You'll just feel like, one less thing, I guess. But does it show on the list how hard you worked for it? What went into that? No, it doesn't say that. It just says that you completed one thing and one thing only. That's why you have to make sure that you're celebrating your baby steps. Be happy for yourself, because once you achieve your biggest goal, you'll feel a sense of relief. You're the one that had the courage to keep going, taking baby steps in order to accomplish your biggest goal of all. And that's something to be applauded for. I'm proud of you. I don't know about you. You should be proud of yourself too. A few of the lessons that I have learned on how to manage my stress has been the My Ray of Sunshine podcast. Getting ready to release my podcast was a whole process. I didn't just wake up one morning and was like, you know what? I'm going to release a podcast. Let's do it. No, I did not do that. It took a little bit of time for me to realize that releasing a podcast was something that I wanted to do. I wasn't 100% certain until beginning of April, where I kept seeing all the signs that led up to that. I kept thinking to myself, how can I do something that makes me happy and help other people? A podcast where I can give people advice. That's simple. Even though I knew that I wanted to release a podcast, I didn't release it until 3 weeks ago, which is wild for me to even think about. I knew I wanted to start a podcast, but I also knew that I wanted a separate Instagram page dedicated for positivity and to start a community. I got excited planning out good content, growing my audience that way, advertising my page, and not only that, but also doing every baby step that I needed to do. In order to release a podcast too, I've taken many courses. I wanted to be well informed in what to expect. There were days where I wanted to learn strictly about the software that I was going to be working with. And then there were other days where I wanted to know exactly where I wanted my podcast to be hosted in. Like, that's my baby. A lot of research came into this. As excited as I was to release my podcast, there was more to it than that. I can't just do that. I can't just jump into it. I had to put the brakes. I'm like, okay, calm down, Mayra. That's all I kept talking about. How excited I was to finally release my podcast because it was such a big deal for me in my life. I'm glad that it all happened in its perfect time, and I am loving this. It was such a growing point for me in my life where I finally felt like my voice matters, and it should matter, and yours should too. Something to expect from the My Ray of Sunshine podcast is that I will be giving advice on a variety of different topics, from how to ask out your crush to dropping friends. You name it, I will cover it. I will be releasing an episode every Friday, so please stay tuned. You can find me on Instagram at myrayof.sunshine, MAYRAYOF.sunshine, or visit my website, myrayofsunshine.com, to take you to all the other platforms I am on, such as YouTube and Facebook. An easier way to find me is if you know the spelling of my name. I know it's a little bit different, but that's only because I'm Hispanic. My name is pronounced Mayra, and it's spelled Mayra. Mayra. Yeah. I also want you guys to feel comfortable to talk to me about absolutely anything. Because after I released my podcast, more people started reaching out for advice and I loved it. And I got excited because this is what I'm here for. I promise I will get to you as soon as I possibly can. For my listeners out there who are supporting me and listening to my episode at this very moment, I just want to thank you. I really do appreciate the kind feedback that I've gotten, and I just want you to know that I'm here for you. Even though I might not have all of the answers that you're looking for, trust me, I will find someone who does. I will make sure that you're getting the best out of each and every episode because that's what I care about. I have plans to bring on some of my favorite people to my podcast and talk about the topics that you're wondering about. I'm excited for what's to come. I really hope this podcast made you smile at least once. Stay tuned for more advice and positivity next Friday. You really won't regret it. As always, it's Mayra. Have a stress-free day. Bye! Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe down below, and I hope you stay tuned till next time. Bye!